evening. I'd like to call Property Management Committee to order. First thing, approval of the minutes.
So moved, Mr.
Got
Chairman.
a motions?
Second.
Second. Any discussion on the minutes? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The mayor will not be with us tonight. He have an important engagement tomorrow. But we do have our deputy mayor here, so if we got any questions, he right on top of it. First order of business is update on Burnham Street Ambulance Station.
The mayor and Mike Nunley were able to work with Mr. Sweeney and Klein Sweeney Associates. If you remember, the original bid was $903,000. They were reduced that by $45,000, a little over $45,000. And so the revised construction cost is $857,568.54. And so the mayor signed that contract on July 26th for $857,000. So we expect sometime in the not too distant future, possibly the month of August, to see some ground getting broke over there and that building start to take shape eventually. Henry?
That's good news. How did he do it? Just ask him for a lower price, or?
They just did some, swaps and downgraded a few things, like changed the window specification to all vinyl frame and low E insulated glass. It had been something different. Use one color of brick in lieu of two and eliminate the brick banding. The good thing is they were able to keep the geothermal heating and cooling system, so that'll be a long-term savings in the future for heating and cooling that facility. But change LED light fixtures to fluorescent, that type of stuff. So they're able to reduce it by a little over $45,000.
Right. Good
And it's
job.
very unusual,
Good job.
And then in regards to the judicial building, just about 3 weeks ago, we were able to get over there and take a look at the judicial building and get a quick update on how they're doing. They've finished with most of the foundation and most of the walls of the basement, and starting tomorrow, they'll start to backfill behind those walls of the foundation, and then they'll bring a crane in on Monday. And the crane's because on the 8th of August will be the first shipment of steel for the first 3 levels of that facility. And so sometime after 8th of August, that steel will start going up, pretty quick.
So they're pretty well on schedule.
They're on schedule. They had a little party today because they were having some challenges. I'm sure you know they had to dig some micro pilings in there. And so because they're able to stay on schedule and work so hard, they had a barbecue lunch.
Well, I drove by there the other day, and there's quite a few yards of concrete in there. Mercy.
And also they started on the parking garage. Many have noticed that. So.
Start on the parking garage, and that will be done by June 2017. But the steel will start arriving on the 8th of August, the first 3 levels, and then the next 3 levels, the floors 4 through 6, will start arriving on the 9th of August. They expect to have that, at least the steel structure up prior to Christmas. So that's really going to start changing the skyline here pretty soon. And then there'll be a topping ceremony, hopefully, sometime before Christmas.
With Santa Claus on it.
With the Christmas tree, maybe.
So we'll be able to see the skeleton of it by Christmas. That sounds fine. That sounds good.
Okay, surplus of single road dwelling.
The small parcel of property that was purchased to accompany the maintenance facility property that was purchased earlier on Florence Road, that small piece of property has basically a double-wide trailer on it. We were inspecting that double-wide trailer, thinking there may be some way we could purpose that somewhere else in the county, but upon close inspection, it doesn't look like that's really going to suit any of our requirements. And so we want to bid that out for someone to surplus it and remove it off of the county property.
Is it a habitable trailer now? Is that what it is?
It's on the verge of being habitable. It needs a lot of work on the inside. The people that live there had some pets, and
Didn't do a whole lot of maintenance.
No, it's not very clean on the inside.
Maybe you're lucky to get somebody to move it for just,
Somebody move it, and all the aluminum that's in there is recyclable. And if somebody wants to put some time into it and has the time and has the tools, they may could repurpose it, but for
It wouldn't
county
be good for a
purposes,
school board to use it as a portable classroom, would it?
not right now.
I mean,
Could be.
they'd have to tear all the inside out and redo it.
And we just don't think that would be cost effective.
could easily wind up Pandora's box, you know?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do we need a motion to that effect?
Yes, sir, for us to bid that to surplus and have it moved.
Put that on bid.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
moved.
Got a motion second?
Second.
A second, any more discussion on it? If not, I guess call the roll.
Who was your second?
Me, Bond.
Commissioner Baum.
Commissioner Baum,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner Gooch,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Cush,
Yes.
Commissioner McAdoo.
Yes. All right, next on the agenda, air conditioning of Lane Agri Park livestock show area.
At Lane Agri Park, there is an indoor livestock arena, and that indoor livestock arena is not air conditioned. As a matter of fact, that was discovered by the election commission when they put early election over there and found out, within the last 2 weeks that it needed air conditioning. But the conservation board, who is over that entire facility, has set aside money to air condition that facility, and they've gotten a preliminary bid of $80,000. They've set aside approximately $100,000 in case the estimate's too low, but they want to our consent to put this out for bidding so they can air condition the indoor arena of the agricultural park. They have about $292,000 in their fund account, so this shouldn't be any problem for them, but they want to be able to bid it up to $100,000.
Is the PBA overseeing that process?
I don't think that would be necessary, sir.
Okay. Well, I guess let me ask the question. Who has the expertise on the Soil Conservation Board to write a spec for air conditioning for a building that size?
I'm not sure who on the Conservation Board would have that capability, but Anthony Tuggle, I'm sure with help from Ben Mankin, would be
Okay.
overseeing that.
Okay. That's my only concern is that's a tricky spec to write for a livestock building, and that's why I asked if somebody at PBA might be overseeing that.
I'll check with the mayor, but I'm sure Ben will be,
Okay.
I think they're self-supporting too.
they are,
And,
through the fees that they put out
Right, because,
to use the facilities,
yeah, so it's really no money out of our pocket.
no money out of our pocket.
Do you know any of the members on the Conservation Board? I think Jim Estes is up on there,
That's
isn't he?
one, yes, sir.
Okay, I've got a lot of confidence in him.
Yeah.
He's been around quite a bit, so I think he wouldn't be too easy to hoodwink.
He was there when they built all of that,
Yeah.
so. He goes back a long ways with the county here, and he's done a good job. And he's on school board too now.
Mr. McAdoo had a hand in that whole shooting match out there at the Lane Agri Park anyway, didn't you?
Oh, I certainly did.
So been there and done that, ain't you?
Yep. They got a good group out there, so I'm not worried about that, because if they need help, don't worry, they would knock our doors now to get it. I know that.
But I understand the need to make sure that it's well thought out and that
Yeah.
the RFP has got
You need a motion.
Yep.
all the right requirements.
So we got a motion to that effect by Commissioner Cook. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Got a second, that's great. Any more discussion? Not call the roll.
Commissioner Baum,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner Gooch,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yeah.
Commissioner Cush,
Yes.
Commissioner McAdoo.
Yes. Okay, transfer to County of Christiana Volunteer Fire Department property.
The Christiana Volunteer Fire Department has been using a facility that's on Mr. Terry Snook's property for quite some time. Basically since the inception of the Christiana Volunteer Fire Department. Mr. Snook is trying to get some of his ducks in a row, if you will, in his estate. And he wants to deed this property, his 3/4 acre, over to the county. And so I'd like the property management's permission to accept this property from Mr. Sneed and continue to use it as the property for the Christiana Volunteer Fire Department.
No strings?
No strings.
Nice of it.
Fantastic.
He would need a letter of contribution where he can take it off his taxes.
Yes, ma'am. And we
I'll
can
make
provide
that
that.
motion too.
Mr. Cook made the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Commissioner Ball, second. Any more discussion? If not, call the roll.
Commissioner Baum,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook.
Yes.
Commissioner Gooch.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Kush.
Yes.
Commissioner McAdoo.
Yes. I think that does it. I'm gonna bring up one thing. I think the Murfreesboro Fire Department is having a grand opening of a fire department out there in that area. I think they invited all the commissioners.
Station 10 on Veterans Parkway.
Right, so
It's
let's make
District
sure,
7.
if we can, that we go out there, because that would be a big asset. in that
This
area.
Monday at 10 o'clock. yeah.
That's right.
That thing's been sitting there for
Long time.
Long time. Any other business come before the committee this evening? I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
No
objection.